Welcome back to another episode of Cascade Valley, and this is a team that is disappointing right now. Now, the season started off incredibly strong with those first 3 wins, including that crazy close one against UNC, which is a rivalry game, but then dropping to the embarrassing game against UCLA and the hilarious loss against Michigan means that one thing and one thing only is happening. Coach McMervin has benched Lamar Harmon, and he says, look, you will not play another down this season, or at least that's what he feels like right now. So for now, Teron Stick, this is your team and your time to shine. Teron Stick and the CVU offense have already found themselves down here inside the red zone, and Ace Jackson's going to go down shortly. And as much as we would love to go for this one, Coach McMervin, after the heartbreak of last week, says just take the points. We have one of the most reliable kickers in the nation. Let's let Chip Nix cook. The offense continuing to cook. We've already scored once. We're coming right back down the field trying to do it again. And Tim Tyndall gets the play kind of blown up. Teron Stick starting here on a little 2nd and 11. He's got his boys going. He's going to go right back to Tyndall. This is going to cut it in half. Tugboat Jackson coming in the backfield here. Stick makes a slight little adjustment. Throws one, and look at that. Tugboat Jackson is going to get that touchdown. And his offense is looking a whole lot better without Harmon at the helm. Later here in the second quarter, Indiana has obviously scored, but it's nothing to really threaten us too much, and Tugboat nearly breaks that one off. Another 3rd down, this time 8 yards to go. Stick's going to get it out here to Tugboat, who has been so good, and you're seeing him kind of find his own in this offense. And now Keon Robertson's going to go down. That's not good for the O-line. 3rd down's kind of piling up here for the squad. Stick is going to trust fiercely, and there's just a miscommunication, maybe pass interference. And for the second time today, Chip Nix is going to line up for a field goal. 12-mile-an-hour winds in his face. He's going to need a lot of power here, and it hooks left, but it's still going to be good. And we take a 20-3 lead here early in the second. If we've noticed anything, it's that our defense is locked in at the moment. They have put so much pressure on the opponent that we are just finding guys open nonstop because of it. And it's really because the Indiana defense is so tired because they're on the field constantly because their offense can't stay out there. Another run here from Tugboat, and that one's going to be in the end zone. Stretches, but he didn't need to. And this one, we're starting to run away. In the 3rd quarter, Indiana scored. They got a little 2-point conversion, but we've got an opportunity to just really put this game away pretty early. And we're going to need Tugboat to lock in here. He's trying to get out there to the edge, and they say he's going to be a yard short. But Coach McMervin is one of those guys that wants to go for it in the biggest moments. He knows that he can put this game away by keeping that pressure on Indiana. He's going here. Flames has that grab, and that's another first. So many opportunities for this offense to put this game away. Can Stick do one right here? We don't really see him do much on the ground, and maybe that's why he fumbles, but it's picked up there. And it looked like Tugboat Jackson picking up that ball to keep this drive potentially alive here. Going forward on back-to-back 4th downs, and Tugboat has plenty of room for the first. The passing game has been solid, but it definitely feels a little quieter than what we maybe wanted. And this one is an overthrow from Stick. It's definitely a tough one. He's going to miss that one a lot because that is a guaranteed touchdown pass if he just throws it on target. 3rd downs have been rampant again, figuring things out a lot for this young offense now with the new quarterback at the helm. They're kind of looking towards the future, and Dakota James with a great move to get inside the 5. 2 passing touchdowns, an interception on the day. Stick is trying to get his 3rd of the afternoon. And he's got Tyndall to the 1. On the goal line, Coach McMervin is going to hand this one off. Tugboat is stopped again. What I will say, though, is it's nice to see our run game actually doing well. Tugboat over 100. Stick, solid performance overall in the passing game. Is it perfect? Is it what we want? No, but at least we're showing progress. Some coaches will see a 4th and goal, maybe the 4th and goal, or 4th and short opportunity they've had in the drive and say, I'm not going for it. But Coach McMervin, he's not like everybody else. He would prefer to turn it over on the 2. We haven't seen really much of our defense today because they've been locking in, but now Indiana's got a chance to try to keep this going, and the ball is batted away on 4th down. Indiana did put up a fight, but in the end of the day, Cascade Valley bounces back incredibly strong. 34-11 behind Tugboat Jackson's 2 rushing touchdowns on 149 yards. This is what we want to see, and Lamar Harmon, you know he's probably seething right now. And after a big victory against Indiana, Dre Mevis shows that he likes what he saw. He commits to Cascade Valley, as does another player, as Lloyd Terrell, a 4-star will linebacker at Toledo, Ohio, comes to CVU as well. As we look at week 8, last week we were unranked, and rightfully so. We lost a couple of big games, but if we scroll down a little bit, we are ranked number 21, which means the CFP is probably something that won't happen, but we're only 9 spots away from getting into the CFP, so it's still possible if we just win out at this one. And here comes CVU, 4-2 on the year, barely ranked, on life support for their season. But this is a big game against Illinois. A big test here for Teron Stick. Will we see The emergence of Lamar Harmon out of the locker room. While we didn't get that conversion there, we got 9-mile-an-hour winds in our face. We're going to hope that Chip Nix can drive this one home. It's going to be close and it's good. We're going to strike first and take a 3-0 lead. Illinois is out here. They need a big play. They throw with the trailing drag, and they have the first down into the 15. Boys trying to lock in. We got a heavy blitz here, and it did not matter as Illinois is running right through it. Hemphill makes the tackle. Illinois in the pistol. We're trying to get our guys in the backfield, but it's a wide open lane. John Madden would be proud of that one. You could have drove a truck through it. And Illinois is going to take the lead early. Down 4 early. Still plenty of time in this game. We're locking in, and Tugboat Jackson has the first down. Coach McMervin trying to get his guys to settle in here. Starting that freshman QB, you know that you got to get guys locked in. And Tugboat with another great run. Tugboat's got 48 yards on just 3 carries today. He's really been the lifeblood of the team the last 2 weeks. We see him again. Tries to hate the first. They say he's got it. Do set it down. Thanks to Jackson getting that one. We catch him with the screen. Tugboat making everybody miss in the craziest way, and he gets down to the 1. The boys roll back out here for a 2nd and goal. Start of the 2nd quarter. And Tugboat takes that carry up the middle. They didn't expect it. And another rushing touchdown for a dude who's been one of the most impactful players all season long. 3rd and 5. We're holding on to that 3-point lead here. Teron Stick sees a guy over the top, floats one. We haven't really tested his arm yet. And it's knocked away from Tyndall. Not the drive we were hoping for, but with 9-mile-an-hour winds to his back, Chip Nix could maybe hit this one. It's going to be a little close here. Accuracy a little bit off. And he just knocks it through a 50-yarder for a man that's barely even 5 feet tall. After Chip Nix hit that one, we got a nice little lead that we're holding on to, but you can see the pressure is on, and Tugboat has been the MVP of this game with another big catch and run. We love a big rack. Stick feels like he's pretty comfortable back here right now, but he's got to really make sure he finishes his drive strong, and he goes right back to Tugboat, who has to go off his hands. 2nd and 10. Across the middle, off his back foot. He's got peaks, and he's there for the first. Stick has a really tall task in front of him. But he's the only guy that we feel like can make this happen right now. And Tugboat is back in the end zone on the 2nd drive in a row. This man has been unreal this season. The second half is here, and the boys are locked in right now. Holding on to a pretty good lead of 13 points and trying to get back in the end zone again. Shakur is going to grab that one for only a gain of 2. 2nd and 8, Stick leading with the play action, but just drilled on that. No protection. There is no one guarding Fiercely. We force one to him, and Fiercely's wide open. Miscommunication by Illinois. And Cascade Valley and Coach McMervin take full advantage of that. As good as the Coyotes have played, Illinois has come right back in this game, only down 7 points. And it's up to Tugboat to really keep this train moving as he fights for only 2. On 2nd down, we go with the screen. They are all over, though, and Jackson's brought down immediately. So with that, it's 3rd down, 14 yards to go. Stick is seeing the pressure, throws one, and it is a dot to Dakota James, who falls into the end zone and holds on to the rock. The Coyotes here with a crucial opportunity to get a 4th down stop. Illinois' quarterback running around, and Bush Jr. is going to bring him down for his first sack. And with 3 seconds left, a chance to go up here, Coach McMervin says, you know what? I would like more points. So he hikes that one. They go after Tugboat. Tugboat is going to get stopped. It doesn't matter. 2nd and goal is not going to happen. But you know what is going to happen? The Coyotes are going to walk out of here with the W. Mir Shakur and company are going to celebrate 35-21. They're going to stay ranked. And Teron Stick has been good. Recapping the stats, Stick goes for 255, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Doesn't get sacked, and he's really good at just keeping the ball on his side of the field. Jackson goes for 86 and a touchdown, has multiple broken tackles. The rest of our running game was really non-existent. And on the receiving side, Fiercely goes for 86 yards and a touchdown on 6 grabs. Shakur balls out, Jackson gets involved, and we see multiple touchdowns across the board. Defensively, Mike Hemphill is stepping up major, but again, we don't love our corner having the most tackles in the team, and he doubles everybody else with 10 total today. From a sack perspective, we see one by TJ Bush Jr. and another one by Mario Ortiz. And then interceptions, we force 2. Bray Hubbard gets 1, as does Cameron Rose. And we can't forget about the little guy. Chip Nix goes 2 for 2, including a 50-yarder. The man is showing out. Things getting sweaty. One of the most important games of the season for Cascade Valley. At home, facing Oregon. Trying to lock in, and they make a good stop here to force a 4th and 6. Now, apparently, even though we ended up making that stop, they somehow get the ball right back, and they were able to get a touchdown. So we're down 7-0. But 4th down, we're going to go for it here. Again, always a risky play, but Coach McMervin loves a little risk out there. He's got his tight end as a dot, and look at Alexander Flames down the sideline to the 6-yard line. Teron Stick is a guy that is looking like he's probably going to transfer at the end of this season. But he's shown that he's got something. And we don't know where he'll be next year. We're hoping it's in Cascade Valley. We don't have a lot of QBs. But if he comes back, we might be doing something nice. Oregon's already on the goal line. They have Mendoza. So it looks like Fernando Mendoza is just killing us right now. Diving over the line. And this man says he's going to the NFL, but he's going to win a Heisman first. 3rd down, though, for Oregon. They have the ball again. We're trying to stop him around the 50-yard line or so. They're going up top. Mano-y-mano. Mays is there, and he has the perfect user pick. What an interception to give Cascade Valley a little bit of life. Defense has definitely been optional today as Oregon has been driving. This is not a team we really thought that maybe we had a major chance against, but doesn't mean that we're not going to fight. Stick gets his guys in the line. Has a little bit of time. Throws that one and it's dropped by Shakur. Finding ourselves on a short 3rd down. Getting the ball to playmakers in space and letting them go to work here. And that's a long tackle animation. Guys racing out here to the line. A big throw here by Stick, and he finds Tyndall for a huge 1st down. Tyndall was taking some shots today. He is not feeling super healthy at the moment. And that pass by Stick goes way out of bounds. 46 seconds, scoring before halftime is pretty much essential at this point. Underneath, Peaks is going to be close to the first. They say he's a little short. We're going to use our first timeout. 3rd and short. Got to imagine we're going for this one in 4-down territory. A floated pass. Dakota James is close, and he's at the 1. Offense hurries up to the 1-yard line. The chance. Tugboat is there. They say it's close, but they say he crossed the plane. And we're going to cut this lead to single digits again. The opportunities for stops are there. Just can this defense lock in and do what they need to here? Oregon wastes a lot of time. They have multiple guys to choose from, and they find one of them for a complete 1st down. 5 minutes left here in the 3rd. Plenty of time in this game. But can we get the stop and force a turnover, which is what we really need? This crowd is going crazy. We're trying to keep these winning streaks at home. They float one to the corner, and it's out of bounds. So a major opportunity here. Can we force them to miss a field goal? It's going to be closer. Kick it from the left hash. Never exactly easy. This one is up. It's going to be close, and it's off the goalpost. CVU has a chance. The offense continues to fail. Not really getting the shots they want, but they have a chance again on defense to get something to stop here. Oregon just finding room nonstop. The backup QB's in the game right now. It's like Moore has come in, but he's another elite QB, but we're going to bring him down for a big sack this time by Joshua Townsend. Coyote faithful going crazy right now. No sign of Mendoza. Moore is obviously a stud, a Heisman candidate in his own right, but our defense is not winning any awards today. Crowd is standing up in the arena, 57,000 strong. A chance to make a stop here, and they're going to put him down at the 5. Oregon's kicker already missed one from 4th and goal. What happens here on this one? Kick is up. He misses a 2nd one wide left. We have a chance. Stick has an opportunity to do a defining moment for his young career. Little RPO action. He's going to find Dakota James for about 9 yards. All the time in the world in this drive. Tugboat should have the 1st down. They say he doesn't. So Oregon's defense knows this is a major moment for them. But they cannot stop the Tugboat when he gets going. The most interesting part for Jackson is that he has 34 yards but 2 rushing touchdowns today. So he's been great in the goal line situations, but elsewhere, we don't really want to talk about it. A lot of guys in the box here for Oregon. Nothing for us to be happy about as we have to throw that one in the dirt. 2nd and 10, trying to lure him in with a play action. We hit the halfback, and Tugboat maybe gets about 6. They say 5. Obviously 4-down territory for the squad. Freshman knows he needs something. He's chasing underneath, and they are ready for it. 4th and 4. Not going for this would just seem crazy at this point. So Stick gets his guys ready, and they line up for it. He has all the pressure in the world, and he gets Dakota James with a strike. Sending a man in motion here. Tyndall has been beat up today. He's got a chance. We're throwing it up. Tim Tyndall is a grown man, and he's going to tie this game up here with the catch of the year. If Cascade Valley can get a stop on defense, this game changes dramatically. But giving up big passes like that is not how you want to start this drive. Moore gets his squad right back on the line. And another quick pass and a huge hit. 2nd and 3. Guys are left wide open. We are blowing coverage, and Mario Ortiz goes down. At this point, Mario Ortiz's injury might have actually helped us. We don't know if he's doing that for real or for fake, but we have just been terrible in today's game. If we can somehow muster a touchdown on this drive, they're about to get the ball back on. We are going for 2 because we have no business trying to go play after play after play with Oregon. They have too much firepower. Dynasty has his guys back out on the field just hoping for something positive. And we have Mark Fiercely. You just throw it up, and that is off the fingertip. A little bit of press coverage here. We're getting risky, and we're just trying to throw something up. Oregon's got to feel pretty confident right now. We're trying to make some sort of play. And Amir Shakur keeps us alive. We are doing our best right now. And that's pain. Oregon has brought so much pressure today. We don't really know if our quarterback's going to be in an ice bath or in an ambulance after this one. Stick, sees one, sees Amir Shakur, and that should have been pass interference, but no call. This is obviously 4-down territory for Cascade Valley. They just got to have something. Oregon has been lights out on defense so far. Tyndall had it off his hands for all the marbles here. And we just can't get any blocking. That's going to do it. You do have 3 timeouts. They are out of field goal range. But we have to imagine they're going to be running the football, and they've been really good at that so far today. They're not. They opt to pass. A huge hit, though. We're going to use our first timeout. Oregon is continuing to pass the football. And honestly, if you can throw it like that, why not? Cascade Valley is a team that has predicated itself off great defense. And today, this was not great defense. Oregon's going to walk out here with a 7-point victory in our home stadium. It is painful and it hurts. We have no one to blame except for ourselves because this is not the effort the Coyotes should have had. Mendoza torched us all game long. Recapping the stats, Teron Stick wasn't bad. Look, completion percentage wasn't exactly great, but he dealt with a lot of pressure in his face as a true freshman. I'm not really mad at how he played. Didn't turn the ball over, which is probably the most important thing. Jackson, though, could not get going. 2 yards per carry is despicable. Despite getting in the end zone twice, he has got to do better than that. And on the receiving side, Tim Tyndall balled out. One of the greatest catches in Cascade Valley history, but the rest of the receiving corps couldn't really do much with the ball. And defensively, Jaden Mays, who's also looking to transfer, did not really, maybe shine in some ways, but he did have the interception, did have 9 tackles. From a sack perspective, we got to the QB 3 times. Barnes, Ortiz, and Townsend all got out there, but it just wasn't enough to get the job done. Coach McMervin did earn some ability points here. We're going to focus this on actually our motivator with the secondary as the focus here, because interest boosts for DB recruits when a current DB hits a skill cap would probably be helping us out a lot because we're going to be losing some DBs this offseason, and we're hoping with some of these older guys getting up there that we can get some better interest for some of the other CBs we're trying to get. As deflating as the loss might have been, we look at the college football playoff. We do still play USC this season, and so if we can somehow upset the #1 team in the nation or wherever they end up being at that point of the year, we could be okay because we are currently 19th. We have 3 games after this one. We're trying to beat Iowa today, but if we can just win out, including beating USC, I think we can get ourselves in the college football playoff and see what just happens at that point. Iowa means business today, but so does Cascade Valley. Look, 5-3 in the year is not what we expected, but we are in a much tougher conference than we were previously. This squad has got to lock in and show that this is the year they can shock the world, but it starts today against Iowa. What an up and down year for this team it's been. But man, if we can lock in and just show that we are that squad of destiny today, then nobody remembers the losses. We are definitely the underdog today despite being ranked. Just from an overall standpoint, Iowa has a much better roster. It's just been some questionable coaching decisions that have led them to this record. Crowd is going insane. Stick, rolling, throws one. It's a little crazy and it's out of bounds. Fans have been going absolutely insane in this game. Dakota James has had some major games these last couple of weeks. Another good move here to get him inside the 25. Tugboat Jackson's performance last week was just one of the worst of his career, and he's not starting off much better here either. 2nd and 9, take the easy stuff, and Peace makes it look easy there. 3rd and short. And on third down, they send the blitz, throw it where they're blitzing from, and Dakota James is going to walk in the end zone completely untouched. Knocks the man down while he's at it and says, it was just that easy. Iowa trying to convert into big third down in front of the home crowd, and their QB goes down as Mario Ortiz says, I'm looking for a big sack. Iowa's back again on another 3rd down to 7. Didn't convert their last one. They're trying to do something here. And a major move. They're going to somehow get it. 3rd and 5. The conversions have been stacking up right now. Cascade Valley's defense a little suspect, and DJ Dean is going to go down with an injury here. But more importantly, Iowa is at the 1. Iowa should have challenged that last play because that looked to us like a touchdown. They hand it off, and Mario Ortiz is able to stop him, and then Barnes gets him down for the tackle. Ortiz doing a great job of just keeping his pressure in that backfield. Little play action, running another big hit. This time they go down again. Big moment here as Iowa has been sacked on 2 consecutive plays. They're looking for something positive, and they go down a 3rd time as TJ Bush Jr. gets the 3rd sack of the drive. So what looked like a guaranteed touchdown, they called him out of bounds. Ends up being a field goal attempt from the 17. Iowa's head coach cannot be very happy about that, but they're not known for their offense, if anything. You pick up here in kind of a tough situation. 9 seconds, 3rd and 10. And we had an opportunity. But as we move our way into the 3rd quarter, a couple minutes pass, we do have an option again to get into that end zone. They blitz pretty heavy here. Tugboat on his way, trying to run over some defenders, and he gets to the 5. New set of downs to work with, and we're seeing if Tugboat can maybe force his way into the end zone here. He doesn't on that one. Struggling still today. Iowa's fans going crazy, including the band. Tugboat has this one, and they say he fumbled. And Iowa's going to recover. Teron Stick in on the tackle, and Tugboat drops the ball in a rare situation that we don't see happen very often for him. It's unfortunate what it was. We do end up getting the rock right back. And Stick is going to find Tyndall. Tyndall has been so good this season, and he finds ways to create space like nobody else. Tugboat is absolutely cooked right now, but we're still giving him a chance. We believe in that young man. Just maybe not as much as we should. 2nd and goal, and Tyndall so close, but was on the wrong side of him. 3rd and goal. This is where Iowa has been very good today. Getting stops in the red zone. And it dropped by Dakota James. We can't really blame Dakota James there. I mean, that was an unbelievable hit in a tight window. But it was so close to just putting this game in pretty good distance. But still, we go up 7 after Chip Nix drills another field goal. Defense doing their job today, unlike last week. We're back out here with a 3rd and short. A beautiful throw by Stick, and Shakur's got plenty of room after the catch. Ryan Baird for Iowa, though, is going to go down one of their big D linemen. It's not good news for the black and gold. 6:30 left in the game. A touchdown here could absolutely put this game away. But can Tugboat find some room? He can. Can he get in the end zone this time and not fumble? He can. Tugboat Jackson Jr. Said this boat ain't sinking yet. Iowa's out here, gun empty. Going for it on 4th down. This is pretty much the game for them. They're down 14. They have to get a conversion. And our guys just falling asleep as Iowa converts yet another one. The Hawkeyes do end up scoring, and that means with under 3:30 left, you've got one drive to try to get a couple of 1st downs and put this one away on the road. Nice shuffle by Tugboat, but it's really not for really anything, and they call their 1st time out here. Tugboat's hip is definitely bothering him. We're a little afraid about that. You can see his speed is not quite there. And we're going to actually pull him out for Ace Jackson after this play. Same last name, but a much fresher player. 3rd and short. We're going to opt to go with the run, and that looks like a 1st down, and what it is. Iowa uses their last timeout. 3 minutes left in this game. Iowa in a little bit of desperation, and we're going to try to pick up some more. 2-minute warning approaching after this play. Getting Tyndall involved, but Iowa sniffs that one out, and Temple Stonewall, our big left tackle, is going to go down on the play. That is not great news for the Coyotes. Scary hours for the Coyotes here. Stick on the run, finds Fiercely. He's going to go down smartly. What a play and what a throw. The 2-minute warning is hit. They have no timeouts. We have the 1st downs. And we're going to start taking a knee here. Field goal range is where we are. Jackson's going to come back to the middle of the field here in 3rd and 6. Stick seems a little confused here. has the first down, and Alexander Flames has it. We tried to kneel the clock out earlier, it did not work, but this time the clock will go all the way down as CVU. Doesn't matter who the opponent is, a win is a win, and we will take it this year. 6-3 is how we improve. And we're going to stay ranked yet another week in the CFP poll. Teron sticks 282 through the air and a touchdown. The true freshman's impressed us. We just hope he sticks around. Teron stick again through nearly 40 passes. You saw the completion percentage in the stats. Again, a no turnover game is what we've been really happy about with him. On the ground, Tugboat started off really bad. Got a little bit better, but the fumble, not exactly our favorite move. And then in the receiving side, Dakota James leads us 5 for 84 and a touchdown. The only guy to score through the air today, but Fiercely had a couple of big grabs today that we're super happy about. And finally, it's not a defensive back leading us in tackles today. Niles Hart gets 8 on the afternoon. Romney follows him up with 7 and a tackle for loss. From a sack perspective, Bush Jr. got to the quarterback twice, as did Joshua Townsend, and then one by Mario Ortiz and Deshaun Weeks. And interceptions, he didn't get one. We've got to do better about turning them over, but Iowa's not a team that really slings the ball around through the air all that often. Jelani Hargrave is going to commit to Cascade Valley, a 3-star Mike linebacker, because Lord knows we need help on defense. Oddly enough, though, despite getting him, we are going to end up losing to Iowa. Devon Westerman, I just don't know if I would have went to Iowa after I saw that game, but it is what it is. And we also lose George Uwazariki, probably butchering his name. He goes to Michigan. We lose him in a close battle with them. So a big win against Iowa puts us in a very good spot, but we still have to go to Nebraska, then we play USC at home, and then we finish out with Texas. If we can win out every single game on our schedule, these last 3 here, we are in the college football playoff, and we're probably a top 8 team at that point. But those are some big games against tough opponents, and the way we've been playing, we have no idea how the season's going to finish. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.